Standing Pilates work today, or standing work, toes and heels together. Open your toes level with your hip bones, lift up through your heels, come back and down. Lengthen all the way through your spine. Really feel as if I'm pulling your spine all the way up to the top of the ceiling, and as you're lengthening through the body and your mind is sending all those messages to your body, you're going to feel a sort of a lengthening of your abdominals, which is going to draw in towards you. Let's start with the feet. So standing tall, we're going onto the right foot and backwards and forwards here, just getting those feet into a bit more mobile before we start to think about putting ourselves in position. Okay, we've got two more. Really come up onto the toes and then back again. Then the other side. Now we can be quite stiff when we've been in bed. You're obviously laid sort of supine or prone or however you sleep, and you just get a bit stiff because we don't move around, we're not weight bearing, so we need to get the body moving. Okay, one more of those. Then we're going to come up on the toes and out to the side, up on the toes and out to the side. And this is your first core challenge, because when you come up on your toes, you need to make sure you're engaging your stomach for balance. And the way the body will cheat, it will try and stick out your backside and lean forward. But what we want is to keep that connection with your rib and your hip here. We've got two more. So now the feet are quite nice and relaxed. One hand forward, one hand backwards. We lean into our toes and then we lean back, so we've got a nice plumb line all the way down from the ear through. We'll go again, leaning forward and leaning back. Now when you're leaning forward, it's almost impossible for you to stand tall, because the only way you can go, the trajectory is diagonal. But when you bring yourself back into proper alignment, of course you can reach up really nice and tall that way. Now we're just going to tip and tilt, so we're getting some movement into that lower back and activating our abdominals at the same time. So we're wanting the body to tip and tilt. You're going to feel your bottom sort of tuck a little bit under, and it should be engaged. We're just going to do 4 more of those. It shouldn't feel like you're really squeezing so hard you can't breathe or speak, but you should feel that you've got a little bit of tightness there, a little bit of activation. Okay, standing up tall. Now bring those hands up and let's draw those elbows right back. So this is all about posture and all about keeping your body upright. And I've tried to divide today's class into different sections, but keeping your body upright. So look ahead. Quite difficult when you've got a screen in front of you, I know, but try to look straight ahead once you know what you're doing. Let's go in reverse. And you need to maintain that connection with both your buttocks and your stomach, because that's your stabilization method through your body there. 2 more. Okay, and 1 more. Okay, we're going into a little bit of mobility there now. So we're just going to sit back and then come back up. And again, sitting back. So I'm drawing into my abdominals here, pushing my bottom back. I'm not going back too far, because it's all about really the knees, the hips and the ankles at this point. Just warming everything up. Reaching forward, relaxing the shoulders. So make sure you haven't got your shoulders up here. You can hear the change in my voice as everything jams up when I keep my shoulders up here. Okay, we're going to do 2 more of those. And now we're just going to start with a little bit of movement through the body. So standing up, and we're coming up on the toes and we start to walk through the legs. So again, we're getting everything nice and mobile. Let's just swing the arms, lift your chest. Again, you should feel the muscles in your back working as you bring your chest upwards. Okay, we're going for 4 more and 3 more and 2 more and 1 more. Okay, and now all I want you to do is stand on your right leg, and with your left leg, scrunch your toes, open your toes, scrunch your toes, open your toes, scrunch your toes, open your toes, scrunch your toes and open your toes. And you can do this with a cloth if you want to, or you can just practice on your own and then change the other side. So what that does is strengthen your arches. So we're going to point, sort of screw up underneath and then spread the toes wide, screw up underneath, spread the toes wide. When your arches are stronger, it gives your body more of a push up and more shock absorption as you come down. So stretch your fingers, a bit like I'm doing with my hands. Squeeze and stretch and squeeze and stretch. Okay, now we're going for ankle flexibility. Stand on the right leg, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Lift your chest up, heel, toe, as if you've got a bad smell underneath your nose, heel, toe. And now hold it there, and can we circle that ankle around? My knee and my hip joint are staying still, but what's the joint that's actually moving is my ankle. Let's go in the other direction. And of course, hold on to something if you feel you need to. The main thing here is mobility, not balance. Let's stand up nice and tall. And we're going again on the other side. We're going heel, toe, heel, toe. Yeah, again, getting that movement. I'll go back a slight touch. Heel, toe here. And again, 4 more, 3 more. Just 2 more, stretching and pointing the toes. And now we're going to circle the foot around. We're going to circle the foot around. And again, my knee and my hip joint staying still. Let's go in the other direction. Lovely. Okay, put those feet down. Walk through those feet just to loosen them off. And we're starting with just small steps forward and backwards. So right and then left. And we'll go again. Right and left, and again. And now we're going to go 45 degrees to the right and push your body back, and then to the left. So it's not too much here, just to sort of moving those ankle joints. Go again in all planes of movement. And now we're going straight to the side. So straight to the side, that leg that's in the center stays straight. So the leg that's in the center stays straight, the other one moves. We're just getting a little bit of mobility through those ankles so that they can weight pair in all directions. Now we're going to open the hip. Open the hip behind you, and your weight is 50-50, and then close your hip. Let's go on the other side. Open the hip and then close the hip. So you want to almost sink down into a very high squat and come back in. And again, you're opening the pelvis here, which is challenging your pelvic floor. Now we're going to step straight behind and then stand up tall. And again, keep that chest lifted and stand up tall. And again, just 2 more. And again, 1 more. Well done, getting everything mobile. Let's take that right foot and we're going across into a curtsy, and then come back again, and then the other side. We're going to do that 1 more time, reaching across, and again, reaching across. Lovely. Now we're going to step forward, opposite hand to leg, and then come back in. Other side, opposite hand to leg, and come back in. So this makes you commit more. Spread your fingers wide, like I call this popcorn hands. And again, popcorn hand out and back out, 45 degrees. So we're going a little bit more, and you've got your cross vectors across the body. Go the other side and push back into those feet. Let's go again. So we're just really starting to move. So I like everybody to be quite warm before we start. Now we're going to the side, opposite hand reaches across, so you need to turn your body and come back in and turn your body. So directional movement here, and going again, and back in, and 1 more. Now we're going to go 45 degrees behind, so this is a bit more challenging, and bring your body back in. So you're having to really transfer your weight and come back in again. Let's go 1 more each way. And bring your body back in. You're having to completely turn your body around here. And now you're going to step straight back, opposite hand. And pull your body in, and the other side. Let's do that again. We've got 2 more. And again, 1 more, please. Okay, opposite hand over the head with the curtsy. And then bring the hand back, opposite hand with the curtsy. Bring that hand back. Let's go again, 1 more time. And back again. So I'm going to ramp up the heat almost straight away. So we're going into a little bit of a squat first of all. We're going to take the right leg behind into the curtsy. We come back to the squat, and then we've got a little lift, and we're going to go down and lift again. So we've got 2 of these. We go down for a squat. Now I've got my hands just folded here, but my shoulders are relaxed, whatever you want to do. So we go for a squat, we go for a curtsy, We go for a squat, but it doesn't need to be too much, and then 2 side lifts. Down and side lift. We go back to that squat. We go across for the curtsy, so this is all leg strength. We go back for that squat, and we lift twice. Hold your balance, and again, hold your balance. Well done, we've got 2 more. We go down for the squat. We go across for the curtsy. Shoulders are relaxed, go back for the squat, and then a lift, and come down, and we go for a lift. Last one, we go for a squat. So the leg strength is building up here. Going across for the curtsy, going back for the squat, and then on that second leg lift, I'm going to ask you to hold it up there. Hold it up there. Now you can keep the hands out if you want to, or the hands here. We're going to point the foot, and we're going to do 3 circles behind us. Stand up tall if you feel you can. And 3 circles in the other direction. Keep the knees straight because we want to encourage the muscles around that knee joint to support it. Go and walk through the legs again. We give the body a little bit of a break here. We're going to take the hands behind the head, and this is more postural, and we're going to stay up tall. The important thing is that you keep your tailbone tucked under and the connections here, otherwise your body will start to push forward. So from this position, plant your feet firmly, exhale, float your left elbow up to the ceiling, and then come back up. And then exhale as we go to the other side. And you want to make sure you're not twisting or turning. Come back up, shoulders are relaxed. Let's go again over to the side. And then back up again. Shoulders relaxed, step tight, make sure you're keeping that connection as you go over again. And we've got 1 more each way. Take a deep breath in, exhale, reaching across, and then come back up. And again, 1 more. And then back up. And then just shake those arms down, shake those arms down. Bring the arms in front of you, shoulders back and down. So again, tucking that tailbone under. We're going to draw those elbows back and take them forward. So again, reach with the head up to the ceiling and take those elbows back. Inhale. And again, exhale. Harden your abdominals. So I can't hear the people on Zoom. So if you can make a hissing sound, you're going to feel the stomach muscles work. We've got 2 more. Exhale. Elbows up high. And in again. And again. Elbows up high. Back again. Now I'm going to just do a little bit of work for the core. I'm going to bring the hands up again, but if that's too much for you, bring the hands across your chest. From there, we're just going to lean forward slightly. So I'm going to use my right leg. I've got my toe pointed, and now I reach forward. I'm bending from my core. So imagine if you're laying on the floor, you're doing almost a curl up here, and then bring that leg behind you and stretch back into extension. And again, you can put your hands on something if you want to. Exhale, deepen your core, breathe out, make that hissing sound. That's going to create that C shape here. And then open out and take the leg behind you. So it's not balance here, it's more about sort of making sure your stomach draws back to your spine. So we're working the abs, and we'll go back, and we've got 2 more. Exhale, so it doesn't matter where your hands are, but if your hands are behind you, or even in this position, you can reach back. You are making sure that your chest is lifted. Let's do 1 more. Exhale. And then come forward. Reach through. Stretch out that leg. Walk through those legs, leave them, let them relax. We're going to do the same thing. So you should feel that your stomach is activated. If you're not feeling it there, you need to really be deepening, breathing out and deepening those muscles. So hands up or hands down. Let's do the other side. Take a deep breath in, and I'm going to swap legs. So it looks like I'm doing my other leg. Reach through, and then come back up. Look up, just about 45 degrees. So we got a bit of extension through the rib cage. Exhale, stomach tightens, so a bit of core work here. And then take it behind you. So this is small ranges of movement, very focused on your abs, very focused on your abs. And as you take those shoulders back, you're really opening everything at the top. Let's do 2 more. Exhale. Breathe out. And then expand your rib cage as you open up, giving the thyroid a bit of openness as well. And exhale, deepen your abdominals, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then open up. Okay, and relax. We're going to go to the other side. Now, if you have problems with your knees, don't try and go too low. Just a little bit of a nod to a squat is enough, because it's the transfer of weight that's important. We're going to do the same the other side now. So exhale, we go down for a squat. We go across for that curtsy. I'm staying fairly high, squat, and then a lift. And we'll do that second down, and then a lift. So it's all about control. So building up the strength, and of course if you feel comfortable with your knees, you can go a little bit lower than I'm doing. I'm just trying to show you an alternative. Staying up tall, and again coming down and tall. So you don't need to go too low. If you feel that you want to, of course you can go lower, but any movement is good movement. Go across for the curtsy, back across for the squat, and then the lift. We're doing 1 more. We're going down for the curtsy, we're going across for the squat, we're going back for the curtsy, sorry, go back for the squat, and then the lift, 1 and 2. I may not have done 2 last time, but never mind. And now here we're going to hold up, so nice and tall, lengthen that leg, and we're doing 3 circles behind us. 1, 2, and 3, and in the other direction. We're going for 3, and 2, and 1. Well done. We're going back to posture again here. So from this position, what I would like you to do is bring your elbows in front of you, touching this way. Now if I turn to the side, it's very easy for your stomach to protrude forward like this, very exaggerated. Keep that rib and hip together as you take a deep breath in and open wide for 5, and come back in. And open wide for 4, and come back in. And open wide for 3, and come back in. And open wide for 2, and come back in. And 1 more. So we're lifting the chest. Hold it there. Can you reach your hands up? And again, if I turn to the side, I'm bringing my hands slightly behind me. So this is a challenge for my core. Come back up, squeeze that bottom, tighten up your abs. We've got just 3 more of these. Lift up and exhale. So posture is really important, because if you don't stand up tall, your body hasn't got a hope of trying to keep itself balanced. Exhale, and again 1 more. Inhale and exhale, and relax. Now we're just going to start with a little bit of work here. We're going to start on the right leg, and you're just going to bend the leg, keep the weight on that right leg, but just lean forward as far as you can and come back in. Now lean to the side and back in. So I'm keeping my weight on that right leg, and now lean behind and come back in. And again, just go in a range of movement that suits you. Reach forward. You're building up knee stability and strength here. And again to the side. Take it nice and slow, but make sure that knee doesn't drop in. Keep it braced. So as we get older, everything falls in. Go behind us. We need to make sure that knee is in alignment with your toes. And come back up. And let's change to the other side. Lift your body up. So the way I think about it, we go forward first, is that your pelvis is a box. Now to the side, then you have a pole for your spine. We're going behind us now, and then a ball on top of that. So if you imagine that freestanding combination, you can see how precarious the spine is going forward. And if you add a bit of weight to that ball on the top of the stick and the box, you can see how easy it is for the spine to change position and crumble. Go to the side. So at any time I should be able to ask you to lift that leg up. You're not transferring your weight, You're just keeping that weight on that center leg. Let's go behind us and back up. Well done. So we're walking through the legs. We're going to do that one more time. Standing up nice and tall. Only let the body go forward. Keep the weight on the right leg. Let the body go forward as far as you can. And then draw yourself up really tall. Now to the side. Brace that knee out and come back up. And now behind you. Keeping those legs straight and back up. So we're building up knee strength and stability here. Just a little bit of movement forward and then come forward. So if this is painful for you, reduce your range of movement. Again, brace that knee out. When you've got a knee that's not working well, it tends to bow in. Let's go behind us. So keep that knee braced out, brace it out, brace it out, and then come back in. I don't want the knee going out like this, but I want it not falling in. Let's stand up tall. Let's go on the other side. We go forward and push straight up as tall as you can. Now to the side, straight up as tall as you can. Behind you, straight up as tall as you can. Let's do that one more time. Stomach engaged, remember, go forward, lift your chest, stand up tall. Now to the side, down we go, and back up. So keep your weight on your left leg, don't transfer the weight across. And then straight behind you, keep that weight on that front leg and then come back up. Okay, walk through. We're going to loosen off a little bit now. We're just going to do a little bit of rotation here, toes and heels together, hands together in this position. Tuck your tailbone under and exhale. Let's rotate to the right. Come back to the center. Let's rotate to the left. Come back to the center. Let's rotate to the right again. And then come back to the center. Lots of space between your ears and your shoulders. Lift your chest and again. Have we got one more in each direction? Come back through to the center. Lift your chest. Connect with your core. And back to the center. And we have one more. Now we're going to a little bit of balance work. We're just going to finish off with standing on the right leg. Now you can have the ball of the foot for a bit of balance, or you can lift the foot entirely. And what we're going to do now is do what we did before, but we swing the leg forward and then we swing the leg backwards. And we swing the leg forward. I say that glibly. Swing the leg backwards. Okay, we've got just two more. We're putting ourselves deliberately off balance, and you can feel how the ankle is having to really work hard to stabilize us. And we'll go again. Just one more, please. And back in the other way. And that's probably enough for that ankle. Well, let's give it a respite, standing up tall. We're going to stand with the ball of the foot. There is no problem having your weight on the ball of the foot because you've still taken a little bit of weight off of it, or you can lift. Engage your core because that's going to stabilize you. Reach a little bit forward and a little bit backwards, and just observe if there is a little bit of difference between one side and the other. In your head, think that you are strong. Think you've got a steel rod going down that leg that's still on the floor. We've got two more. And again, you can just tip forward with that toe on the floor if you want, and tip backwards this way. So lots of options. We're going deliberately forward and backwards, which is a familiar pattern to our body. It doesn't mind that one as much. It's not going to like the next one as much. Let's go now. We're going to swap over the legs, give them a little bit of a walk if you need to loosen them off, because it's a lot of work here. Ball of the foot again, or lift. Hands up. And now we're going to go to the side and then back over. So this is where we really need to concentrate, because it's a sideways stumble that can often land on the hips. So we really want to make sure we can recover from sideways challenges, really. Let's just do 2 more or 1 more if you feel that that's enough for you. Whatever you're doing, you're lapping everybody who's sitting there with a cup of tea and a biscuit this morning. And again, we've got 1 more. And again, hold on to something. If you feel you need to, you can put 1 finger down just to steady yourself and then walk through. And you may find that the ankle is tiring because we've been doing a lot of work on it. So don't be dismayed if you're finding it tough. It is tough. Ball of the foot here if you want to, and again you can go to the side that way. You can do 1 or 2 to start with, and then you can lift the leg. It's not set in stone that whatever you start with we've got to finish with. Let's go. Okay, we're going to tip over to one side. And how is the foot here? Now your body is a result of any traumas you've experienced, and a lot of times people have twisted their ankle or gone over their ankle, sometimes as long as 20 or 30 years ago. But if that ankle has not been strengthened and that foot has not been realigned properly, you can end up with a sort of a deficiency in your movement. So this is kind of just observing if you have a difference between the 2 sides and making yourself a little bit stronger. We're also working into the obliques here. And again, 1 more. It's tough, isn't it? I can see from everyone's faces you're not liking this. Walking through the legs, that tells me that we need to do more of it if we don't like it. We've got the last one. So again, we've gone forward and backwards, we've gone side to side, and now we're going to have a bit of rotation. So again, ball of that foot standing on the right leg or lift. And what we're going to do is take the knee across and then take the knee open. Take the knee across and take the knee open. So I'm now sort of working through. You can even straighten that leg if you want a longer lever, and out to the other side. But we've got this balance that we're having to work through our core and ankle strength. So that's 4. We just stop there with those 4. Walk through the legs, nearly at the end now. Well done, everybody. Standing up tall. Again, toe, ball of the foot on the floor if you need it, or the foot lifted. We bring the knee across, and then we take the knee out to the other side. We bring the knee across, and then we take it out to the other side. Let's just do 2 more of those. And again, if you want to, you can extend that leg so that you have a longer lever. That means it's going to be heavier to move and more unwieldy to work with. Well done, well done. Okay, coming back again, walk through the legs. And the very last thing we're going to do is the vestibular system, which is your balance system, navigation system in your head, which tells you where you are in relation to gravity. Again, ball of the foot here. We're going to put the leg out. We're going to put the leg out. Lift your chest, engage your core. And now we're just going to use the head to turn here. So we're going to look to the right and we're going to look to the left. So we're giving the body a blueprint of what we want. We look to the right. We look to the left. And then come back in. Change legs. We do exactly the same on the other side. The toe is on the floor here. Engage your abdominals. We look to the left. We come back to the center. And we look to the right. We come back to the center. And then we look to the left. We have 1 more. And you know, if you know me, you know this is a prelim for something else. So we change the legs again. Again, walk through if you need to loosen them off. Now, if you feel you can, lift that leg. But if that's not for you today, put your foot on the floor. And we're going to go again. So this is head movement, body staying still. Let's move our head to the right. Let's come back to the center. And let's move our head to the left. And let's come back to the center. And we'll move our head to the right. We'll come back to the center. And 1 more, we move our head to the left. And finally, to finish off on the other side. So your eyes need to move ahead of your face, if you like. So you're trying to move your eyes a bit more than your face. Going the other side, we're going to take the leg on the floor or lift and engage your core, because this is what's going to stabilize you nice and strong. Okay, so now we look to the left. Let your eyes lead. Your eyes go ahead of your head. So the challenge is the messages that you're getting back through your eyes are challenging what your body is doing. Go back round one more time, and then come back again. Well done. Let's loosen off those feet now, a little bit of walking. Lift your chest up nice and tall, and we'll just bring those arms in front and behind, just to wind ourselves up a little bit more for the rest of the day. So this is just keeping the shoulders at a low level, but if you're doing this with your chest lifted, that's going to also help your posture. Okay, take a deep breath in now. We're going to take a step behind with the right leg and roll back into that right foot, keeping both feet facing the front. And again, we're going to bend the leg and press into the ankle. Bend the leg and press into the ankle. So we're getting into the belly of the calf muscle here. And again, so we've done a lot of work in this direction with the ankle and the calf muscles. Okay, now press down, palms go forward and reach up and lean back as far as you can, opening up that body and circle the arms. Let's go forward again. Breathe in and exhale. Well done. We're going to come up and we're going to bring that leg in now. We're going to stay tall and we're just going to drop the body down. And you're just going to feel this hopefully closer into your Achilles area, down there. Lift your chest up, stomach in, and just pick the other leg up if you feel you can. Slight bend in that base leg. And you're getting an active stretch through one leg and then a static stretch on the other. Lift your body up. Let's do the same on the other side. I'll go this way so that I can remember what I'm doing. Toe goes backwards here, leaning, leaning, leaning. So when you roll back, you get a really acute angle. And that means then that you don't have to bend down too far at the front because you've got the right angle with your ankle. You need a little bit of space between the legs for stability, but both feet must be going forward, not turning out to the side. Roll back here, and you're going to already feel, if you are tight on one side, that stretch. Bend the knee, press into the heel, bend the knee, press into the heel. Let's do two more. Again, just thinking about holding onto the pelvic floor, just a connection, not a grip. Okay, pressing back. Now we take the palms forward and we open up with a good breath in. And again, palms forward and over the top of your head, exhale. And bring the body back in again, stand up tall. Soft bend as we go down with both legs. Keep that base leg bent and pick up the other leg for 4, and for 3, and for 2. Lift your chest, and for 1. Well done, everybody. And then finally, to finish off, a little bit of a burst. Step out to the right, left arm across your head, over to the other side. And we'll just do 4 more of those nice big movements. And 3 more. Lovely. Haven't got just 2 more. Get yourself moving. And 1 more. Well done. Take a breath in. Reach up, palms together. Palms go down. Your neck grows taller and taller and taller and taller. And then shoulders up and relax. Well done. So these are not easy classes. Don't be disconcerted if you don't get them. Hi everybody. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.